Yo, what is up, guys? We are back, and we are doing another katana. What did I say, katana? Fuck, I meant the actual good katana. Ha! Okay, so what we're going to be doing is using the iato. It's going to be an enchanted version. We have the katana right here. We're actually going to upgrade that for the next video review. So we're going to be using the magical iato and testing it on enemies from Undeadburg all the way to Undead Parish. This time we're going to be a little bit more effective in our kills, and we might even be slightly faster. The reason is not just because this is a better weapon, although let's be honest, it kind of is. Also, your right trigger goes through enemy shields. Get good, washing pole. It honestly is a much better weapon than the katana or the washing pole. The damage, though, is slightly less. It's actually not just slightly, but it's about, if we had to do a math term for it, if this weapon's about 30% or 20% weaker than the washing pole. Like if they're enchanted with the same thing. The reason being, though, is it is a shorter weapon, and it's faster. So it's like a dagger. It's the dagger of the katanas. I think it's the same length as the katana. We can test that, though, in a second. Yeah, same pixels. Okay, so they're the same length. The difference is, though, the iato is faster. Also has a cooler attack. It's more of that, like, if you've ever watched an anime, it's just that I put my sword in the sheath and then whoocha. Yeah, it's kind of cool. So anyway, we're actually going to go all the way through Undeadburg, because I didn't do this in the last video. I went the just you clear through way, and then I realized that that was honestly a lot less enemies if we do that, so. Okay. And the one-hander, ironically, also is the right trigger. Like, it's the same right trigger as the base one, which is kind of cool. Like, not many weapons use the same base right trigger attack for their strong. The difference is about 50 or 60 damage for a +5. I don't know what it'd be for a lower one. It'd be about like 10 or 20. But when you really think about that, though, that means that like the one-handing it is literally not much of a difference from two-handing it. So using it with a shield is a decent plan, actually. We're not doing that, though, because for our shield reviews, we are actually going to be using shields to clear through the area. I'll let you think about that. We're going to use a shield as a weapon to clear through these places. We probably won't take much damage, but we'll probably be a while. Running around with +10 shields. Fucking beating down things. Anyway, so for this weapon, I'd probably say that it's decent for a fair part of the game until you reach the bigger things. Like, for example, fighting things in Anor Londo. This weapon's not good for fighting things in Anor Londo. The giants would block it easily. However, you know, it is a speed weapon. You might be able to get around that. Actually, I don't know if this thing can go through the Anor Londo shields, because the Knights of Anor Londo, the really huge guys, they do have shields, and this does go through shields. Like, you can't block this. So, I don't know. Maybe. Yeah, okay. Surprisingly, we've taken very little damage. But that's mainly just because we got the stealth ring on. Okay. I feel like low-key there's a katana I'm forgetting about. Like, Dark Souls 1's a really old game, and this is the first, like, the reviews are going to be, like, the first genuine video I've done of them, because I do sometimes put my streams on YouTube, but this is going to be the first, like, genuine review type thing. Okay, we got that. Okay, I guess they can block it if it's at the right angle, but they can't block it if you can hit them on the left side. So that's good to remember. Oh no, oh no. Yep. The short distance does make getting through the rats difficult, although we could have just rolled. I didn't think about it. So, let's charge through here. Ooh, got that thrust. Yeah, see. Oh, okay. If we two-hand the strong attack, that's how it breaks shields. If we one-hand it, it just does really high damage. Okay. That makes sense. Just remember, my dudes, we're learning as we're going. Also, all katanas have this attack, although for that rolling attack, it is best used with the washing pole. Because of the huge range, you're really unlikely to miss it. For the iato, though, it is still fairly good. Same with the uchi katana. Okay. Oh no, we got hit twice. Also, just so y'all know, this is unupgraded armor. We might do, for the heavy armor, we'll be doing upgraded, and the reason is just because with heavy armor and heavy weapons, I don't normally roll a lot. I normally just tank the hits, so, yeah. Also, we never stealth attack this guy. We always do the sneaking up on him, but just never the critical. So, I think I know how we should do this. Are y'all ready? Because this is going to be really good. Goodbye, my friend. Okay. Now we got this guy. Oh, wait. He's got shield. Two-hand. It wouldn't have even mattered. He would have been dead on a second one anyway. Okay. Oh. That was a perfectly timed go. Okay. We haven't used an Estus yet, so far this is actually going genuinely better than our washing pole review. Because when we did that, we actually took a fair amount of hits before getting inside of this cathedral. Like, if I remember right, we only had 2 bars of health left by the time we got here. Which is why we had to use an Estus. Okay. I don't normally use an Estus unless I'm, like, near death. Okay. Ooh. Oh, he got us. Nope. Got him. We did the stealth attack. Might as well get at least one in there. We could do another. Or nah. The right trigger on this weapon, by the way, is probably its best, most iconic feature. The reason is just because it really is that common anime thing where it's just, I'm gonna put this in my sheath for no real reason, and then just stab you really hard, really fast, before you even know what cut you. Although in Dark Souls 3, there is a katana, I forgot what the full name of it is. It's basically the Dark Katana, though, that does a lot of swings at once. And it is a even better representation of that trope. Okay. Okay, got all that. Now, to end all of these videos, we're going to run back to Undeadburg after we sit at the Undead Parish bonfire. Also, if we can't make it to the Undead Parish bonfire and back, like, without dying, then that normally means that weapon's complete trash. Because I am not the most skilled player. I'm not going to dodge everything. I could. I physically could. It would not be that difficult. I could also use a shield to parry, but this is a weapons review. We're just using the weapon, and we're rolling every now and then to dodge stuff, but it's normally just going to be rolling backwards or rolling to the sides. We're not going to go out of our way to like dodge stuff flat out. So if this weapon doesn't hit faster than the enemies hit us, then the weapon's normally not going to be able to make it. Although we do have high stats. As always, this is going to be our run probably. Okay, so now we gotta make our way back. Come here, my friend. Okay. So now we just gotta casually make our sprint back. Let's go. Now we're trying to keep all these videos under 20 minutes, but preferably above 15. That's why I picked this area. It's not too many enemies, but it's enough enemies to show off what this weapon's capable of. Yeah, okay. Let's go. Okay. Now, I would rate this as being probably the best katana out of all of them. I mentioned this in the last video, but this one slightly does less damage than the washing pole, while doing slightly higher damage than the Uchi katana. It's also much faster. At least I think it's higher damage than the Uchi katana. I know the washing pole is definitely higher damage. Oh yeah, and because we're playing on the backwards compatible version of Dark Souls 1, I say this a lot in my streams, but just for the review's purposes, I'm going to point this out. You cannot slide down ladders. Yeah, they break something in every backwards compatible game that they put into the list. It's always something tiny. In Dark Souls 1's backwards compatible version, it is. You cannot slide down ladders. Oh, frick. So, yeah. Actually, do you want to test something, though? Hold up. This isn't for this build, by the way. This is actually going to be for when we are doing our dagger. I don't know how much health this ring steals. How much? Oh, that's actually a fairly good. That's like one of their hits. Okay, so that'll be good for the dagger. Okay. I think we'll just start using this ring instead of the Silencio one. Okay. Plunge. What is up, my dude? You're dead. Okay. Anyway, though, so this is still going to be this, though, for while we're doing our katanas. Anyway, Back to the bonfire we go. And then we're done. So, I hope y'all enjoyed this little weapon review. This weapon isn't too bad. Fairly in terms of combat, it's good. If you want to see its stats, well, here it is. It's fairly good. So yeah, hope y'all enjoyed, and I will see y'all in the next